Have you not?
Well, no, I was watching your Ricky Smiley interview. And I was
No, it was
watching
like,
your Ricky Smiley interview when you called up and they were talking about they had something. You called up sometime early in the morning.
no, this one happened on Cocktails with Queens, and she came to say happy birthday to me and surprised me, and we hadn't spoken in so long, and I ended up having to, I guess that what they said, cussed everybody out on the show because she had came out. And I'm getting interviewed, and people were like, "Oh, how do you feel about your sister coming out?" And I'm like, "Coming out of what?" Because I'm thinking I got to say some more politically correct type answer because I don't know what they're talking about. And there was a whole
I was
life that
thinking
was going.
also, the Brat just said that she's having a baby. How do you feel about her having a new baby?
Wonderful.
You really excited? And do you know the gender at all?
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like looking, I'm like, oh, I seen her just do the news recently. I'm like, oh, okay. Did you find out through the news or did you guys talk about it already?
um, I found out through social media.
That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm,
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
this takes me back.
Mm.
It takes me back because I'm sure that you have heard of the last kind of encounter that we had that went viral. Have you-
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come and talk about Brat and Judy and Lisa Raye really fast. I actually was trying to get this video up a couple days ago, but then I finally caught the clip of Lisa Raye's interview with Raquel of It's Tricky. And as you can hear at the beginning, I played the audio of that little segment. The interview is a lot longer. She touches on quite a few things in the interview. I'm not real sure where you find it. I think she said she's on Spotify. Not sure I want to be promoting Spotify right now, but I don't know where you can find. You probably could find her in some other places that you would find podcasts as well. I don't know if she's still on TMZ or not as well. I don't know, but she is the girl that was on TMZ at one time. Um, so anyway, she had this interview with Lisa Raye, and as you can hear, Lisa was kind of saying that she heard about this baby. Now, I thought the baby was Judy's products, and I said that in my last video. So that was kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to come back and revisit this conversation about them, because I thought it was the products that she was putting in these stores, right? She was saying that she's in more stores now, and I think she also has a new line of Miracle Drops with the shampoo and stuff. Anyway, you can go to her page and see all of that. Um, but I'm hearing, in these YouTube streets that there's a real baby. So I'm like, oh, so they really have. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know. So it just didn't sound like it was a real baby on the way. But as you can hear in this interview, Lisa was saying that Brad did not contact her. She heard about the baby through social media. And I'm thinking, I don't know, because Lisa was on the show Brad Loves Judy. She was there when Judy proposed to Brad. Now, I think we all get that Brad could not. I think that it was a financial thing where she probably didn't want to put her business out there like that, with her having this lawsuit that she's still paying this money to this young lady. from that incident. And so I don't blame her. She probably, when those people see you spending money and then they're looking at you like, where's my money, right? And then she run into the blogs to, so I guess that's how you keep all of that down and just don't do, just don't put your business out there like that. And so, but I think even Judy's mother was like, "Where is your ring?" Right? Because most people were saying in comments and stuff that you would have people would think that Brad would have been the one to propose. And recently, she proposed at Judy's birthday party, which probably what 3 or 4 days ago, right? Somewhere in there. I'm not real sure when I think her birthday was yesterday, however, but I think she had a birthday party um, over a few days ago. Anyway, I don't think Lisa Ray was there at that party, and I know their wedding is in a few days on the 22nd. So I'm wondering if Lisa Ray is going to be there. What do you guys think it is? What do you think that's going on with Brad, where it comes to when it comes to Lisa Ray, right? Because I get the feeling that she's definitely trying to keep too much interaction going on from Lisa and Judy. That's just my opinion. I don't know. It could be something completely, totally different than what I'm thinking. But I also think that maybe they both have strong personalities and she just don't want to be in the middle of any friction between her fiance and her family. It could be something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And so maybe she's just keeping Lisa Ray out of as much as she can to keep her input out of it, right? um, but I am wondering about this wedding, like if Lisa Ray is gonna be there, because it's coming up in a few days. They're still saying that they're still gonna get married on the 22nd, so I'm assuming they have a location. And that was the last thing that I was hearing. I think that they didn't have a location. But then when I saw this interview, I was like, I wonder what's going on with that. And especially with her, if she really is having a baby, obviously they would have a surrogate or something. And you would think she would call her family and tell them that before that would hit the blogs like that. Before they would just go on social media and tell people that, you would think they would inform their family. Belisa is saying that she found out just like we found out on social media. So I don't know what's going on with that. That don't look right. But maybe Brad is still not over whatever happened on Cocktails of Queens of Cocktails, whatever it's called. That a couple years ago for Lisa's birthday. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And then the other part of Lisa's interview, I don't really don't know the context of why they were even talking about this, but she started saying Claudia Jordan said that all of her friends are baddie. I'm not sure if they were, maybe they were talking about the Kiera Shear situation, where she was saying that she won't allow her friends to spend a night in her home now because she's married. Maybe that's the context. I don't know what the context was, to be honest. But Raquel said, well, baddie is subjective, which is true. Like, you might think somebody is bad and I might not be impressed. You might not think somebody is cute and I might think they are. I don't know. I agree with her on that. And then, too, I just think that some of that is kind of an insecurity, too, that you need to hang around women that look a certain way. I mean, it's a few things, and I'm not going to get out because that's not really my point. But I think some of that is that as well. You want to, if you're with women that you think people find attractive, then you think that means you're attractive as well, right? Kind of like on some of that. But Raquel was saying, well, I prefer to have friends that are real than to concern myself with how they look, right? And that's when the clip kind of cuts off. So I don't really know what the rest of the conversation was about. And so the question for me is, would you guys prefer to have friends that look a certain way? And like I said, sometimes it's a bunch of other stuff as well, because you kind of know that guys are going to do certain things for certain girls if they look a certain way. And, you know, which means that it might kind of hit you as well, right? If they buying the drinks or doing whatever. Um, and so I don't know. What do you think? Would you prefer your friends to be baddies or to be real? And when we say real, we're meaning like real friends and just decent people. Because just because somebody look a certain way do not mean that they're right. Okay, so let's be clear about that. And sometimes you can't expect people to be on things, right? People are gonna cut. Everyone comes with baggage anyway, to an extent, and so just based on you judging someone based on the way they look, and then they have all this stuff going all the time, all this drama going all the time, and they have you caught up in the middle of it with them. Would you prefer just to have real friends or hang out with a group of women that look a certain way? I guess that was the question. Raye didn't really respond. She was just saying, you know, the girls were fine. And I'm assuming that they probably were just kind of the conversation may have been around if you trust your friends. And I think that's why Raquel was saying, why I'd rather have friends that I can trust, that I know, you know, that are trustworthy as friends, right? With everything, not even just your man, in every way, right? Because sometimes people will do the most, right? With everything that they know about you. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that conversation as well. And what do you think is going on with Lisa Raye and Brat? Do you think maybe Brad is just trying to keep that distance because she don't want to be in the middle of Judy and Lisa Raye? Because even though Judy seems like she might be a nice person, she also seems like she will say some stuff if you rub her the wrong way. And we already know Lisa Raye is that way. Right? She's not going to hold back her opinion about anything. And probably, especially where her sister is concerned, she definitely came off like she feels like she is in control of Brad when she is around. And I think that that can rub people the wrong way, right? That could definitely rub somebody the wrong way. But unfortunately, when you're in families like that and you've been doing that your whole life or for years and years and years with that sibling, you know, it might come off weird for you to now try to change that. Even though Brad is 147, she is not a child, and I said that before. Lisa Raye talks to her like she is 12. I don't get it either. And maybe that's the reason. Maybe she's just trying to keep all that drama down while she is, you know, in this relationship, because there's nothing like your family coming in with some stuff, right? So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that's what it is? And do you think that she should have told her about the baby, if the baby is real? Because I don't know if this baby is real. Like, I guess when we see the baby, then that's when I will believe it. um, and I'm not even trying to be mean about that. I'm just saying, like, I don't recall either one of them saying that there was a real baby, but maybe they said it and I just didn't, somewhere, and I didn't hear it. Because I know Brad is on Dish Nation or the Ricky Smiley show. Well, I think she's on both, and maybe she said it on one of those platforms. I don't know. I haven't watched Dish Nation in a minute. So maybe she said it on there. Maybe she said it on his radio show. And maybe it is a real baby, but I guess we'll hear about it eventually. Let me know what you guys think about all of this, and I'll see you in the next video.